what's happening neurologically when you disidentify? So what does that look like in your brain? The default mode network activity decreases, so the voice quiets. The salience network activates, so present moment awareness, the listener emerging. So the salience network in the brain, this is like the closest to what you are. You're the decider. You're the router in there to route the signals and everything, and you're like a traffic cop. That's what you do. And then everything else just obeys you because you have the authority of the Holy Spirit, and you command the Holy Spirit because you are the Holy Spirit. So the default mode network shifts from hyperactive, rigid to flexible and functional. So the demon transforms back to daemon. Snell, yes, this is absolutely amazing, isn't it? Like, we're not even speaking in like mystical woo-woo terms here. We're literally talking neuroscience, and it's demystified. The illusion's done. The lie is revealed. These are the revelations happening right now. This is prophecy fulfilled. This is the cure and the cause and everything. So this is measurable in fMRI studies. So meditation practitioners show reduced default mode network activity. Oh yeah, Dragon Slayer, let's talk about why TikTok is called TikTok. Mind blown. Yeah, because TikTok wastes your time. TikTok, TikTok, TikTok. Well, good news is we're using the demon's tools against them right now, aren't we? We're on here on the platform where everyone's wasting time away, and then they're finding this and doom scrolling, and then oops, they accidentally found God. So depression and anxiety correlate with default mode network hyperactivity, and disidentification practices modulate the default mode network back to healthy function. This is not spiritual bypassing. This is neurological debugging. You are not destroying the ego. You're reclaiming the operator's seat from the voice that hijacked it, allowing the default mode network to return to its designed function as a servant, not a master. So you've been listening to that voice your whole life, thinking it was you. No, it's an imposter. It's a liar. Don't fucking listen to it. It's always going to steer you in the wrong direction until you get it cleaned up. It's corrupted. It's infected with a virus, Watiko. The biblical validation. I have been crucified with Christ. It is no longer I who live, but Christ who lives in me. Galatians chapter 2, verse 20. The Bible, sorry, the Bible never made sense to me growing up, and I was raised a Christian, and I went through religion and then left religion and denied Jesus and Christ and all that stuff, the whole journey. And it just was always so confusing, but it makes so much sense now. Now that I have the decoding key, makes perfect sense. Is this making sense to you guys too? Like, is the Bible actually finally starting to make some sense to you? It's crazy to think that people have been studying this for how long, and no one has figured this out. So that just proves that like this is all divine timing. Paul was describing disidentification. I, or the voice or the ego, has been crucified, recognized as false identity. So Jesus dying on the cross. Christ, or the operator or the divine spark, lives in me. So recognition of true nature. The avatar continues functioning, but now it's operated by divine consciousness instead of hijacked voice. This is literal. Not theological metaphor, but consciousness mechanics. Yeah, Ollie. So honestly, there's only polarity in this dualistic system. There's no such thing as good and evil. It's like, let's say that the temperature is 72 degrees in your room, and you would consider one direction or the other good or evil. It's a spectrum. So wherever you're at, that's why the cross is a cross. So you can move up and down and left and right on the cross, like Jesus dies on the cross, because now you have higher dimensionality. And as you slide up and down, that's raising your awareness. So that T part of the cross, when you move that up, that's just raising your level of awareness. And then we always move laterally on this axis of consciousness. That's why it's called like 4D and 5D consciousness, or Christ consciousness. Yeah, there's no such thing as good and evil. That's why in the Garden of Eden, like I said, Eden was the hell. That's the world we live in today. It's like this fake garden, right? And then they ate the fruit of the knowledge of good and evil. So they became like gods. So once you understand good and evil, that it doesn't exist and it's all a construct, and there's no such thing as good and evil. It's just your opinion and your judgment of things. Like, you become God, or like God, like gods, and you get ejected from the garden. So you basically get ejected from the matrix. It can't support you. Yes, all exist in one. Life hacks.